Hi, ladies and gents. You're welcome to the very first episode of Salescape. I'm excited and I hope that you are too. Salescape is really it's my own way of becoming. It's like an audio diary, basically a collection of my thoughts and arrangement of monologues I have with myself. That's what I want to use Salescape to do it, because I will tell you, my mind is always working like 24/7 non-stop. This mind does not stop. It doesn't close shop. I could be sleeping and my brain is working 24/7. I'm thinking of ideas, I'm thinking of things to do. Oh, I have this, I have that, I have this deliverable, I have to start this project. When do I start? When do I stop? The whole 90 yards. My mind is always working, and so Selfscape is a place for me to collect them, to really maybe understand them, and then to share them with you, obviously. So it's a place for every multi-potentialite, or everybody that is doing so many things at the same time, or even if you're not doing anything, but you always have conversations with yourself and you think it's weird and you think people find you weird. Well, this is a place for you. We're all going to be weird together. But how about this? How about we're actually normal? And then the people that don't have conversations with themselves are the weird ones. I think that's it, to be very honest. I think that we're very normal, because it's an art in itself to be able to sit and speak to yourself, and you give yourself brain. It's like, fam, I think it's everybody should do it at least once in their lives, because there's something it does. It's like mind realigning, mind repositioning. It just helps you it gives clarity. So times where I'm confused and I'm thinking of so many things and I start to speak to myself about it, there's some form of clarity that comes, or it even helps me to correct myself. So I think it's cool. And if you find it weird, maybe you're the weird one. I know I'm normal. My goodness, what a start for the first episode. I'm actually very excited. Did I say that before? I think I did. You will find in this podcast that I digress a lot in my conversations, and you will find that I'm very, I don't want to say like my thoughts are everywhere. So like I think of so many things at the same time, and oftentimes it shows in my conversations. And you will also find that I'm really not that person that you know online. So if you're following me on social media and you're listening to this podcast, just like prepare your mind to meet a different person, because the way I type is not the way I speak. Well, I mean, essentially it is the same, but it's just I'm very, very extroverted with my keyboards than I am with my voice. So that's also one of the reasons for Selfscape. I'm learning to be a bit extroverted. I don't really buy the idea, but I'm trying to do it, because I think it's really important right now for where I currently am and where I'm going, to be a bit extroverted and not introverted. So that's basically that's a warning. Should I say it's a warning, or just like I'm just saying beforehand, child, before you come and say, so this is how you are. Yeah, this is how I am. So deal with it, I guess. I mean, you're already here. You can't leave. Don't leave, please. I'm already having a good time. Just, you can tell how my mind works. Few minutes in, and I'm already saying a lot of things. So you kind of understand the kind of conversations I have with myself. And one thing that I really like is how everybody has been so supportive of this podcast. I didn't even tell anybody beforehand except for Dima. So Dima is my best friend, and you're probably going to hear a lot about Dima, or I'll just say, oh, I told Dima this thing, or I did this thing with Dima, that kind of thing. No, this is an opportunity for you to get to know me outside of social media. So if you have always felt like, I don't really know this babe, what's this babe about? Well, you'll find out in Selfscape. So make sure that you stick around and don't go anywhere. Now back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh my god. Welcome to the place where I have conversations with myself, because this is really going to be a ride. So I was saying that give me a minute, I'll remember. Okay, yes, I remembered. So I was saying that everybody has been so supportive. It was only Dima I told that I was going to be starting a podcast, and funny enough, I actually told her late, because I had the idea for the podcast from like second half of last year towards the end, till the very end, but I didn't really have the urge to get started. Neither did I feel like I should get started. mostly because I was still recording for Faith God Life podcast. So, backstory: Faith God Life podcast is a podcast by the Jesus Talks Radio that I host. So I'm just the host for the podcast. The podcast actually belongs to the radio. Cellscape is something that I had wanted to do, but I wanted to finish the season so that people are not conflicted. Like, you're doing 2 podcasts. Even right now, I'm sure everybody's like, but what about the other podcast? But the other podcast is still functioning. This is just my personal journal. This is my podcast. The other podcast will go on. There's season 2. If you want to know about Faith God Life, go and follow the radio or go listen to Faith God Life on podcast platforms. But yes, this is mine. And as I was saying before, I told her late. I told her this year. I told her this month. I told her, and she was really sweet. I gave her a couple of names that because I was conflicted, like what name. I had some names that I thought, but I wasn't sure. So she helped me figure out Cellscape. She's such a sweet girl. She helped me figure out Cellscape. She helped me, like, I ran my designs through her. See, let me tell you something. Dima is like the person that I run a lot of things through. She's a creative. She has a very creative mind. She's very, very supportive, and she's just really a very balanced and centered person. So it's very easy to have conversations with her and to tell her stuff and to run ideas through her, because she'll be able to prefer really good answers or solutions. So I ran everything through her, and she was like, oh yeah, this is great. And I was like, okay, let's get started. Cellscape is not something I just woke up to do. It's something that I had mold. Is it mold or mold? That I thought about. Is it mold? I think it's mold or mold over. But you get the gist. For a while, and so it's finally here, and I'm really excited that it is here and that we're doing this. I think that's like the backstory to Cellscape. So I'm actually really glad that everybody has been so excited about it. I got screenshots, I got text messages when I announced it. People were texting me, somebody said, I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much. You guys don't know how much I love compliments, and you don't know how much your compliments actually mean to me. I could be having the worst moment and somebody will text me out of the blue, and I'm just like, wow, I needed this so much. So thank you to everybody that's actually taken their time to reach out to me, to tell me how impressed they are, or to even listen to it, or to follow the podcast, or to tell their friends about it. Thank you. I am so grateful. I am so thankful. I'm stepping out in faith this year. I will be doing a lot of things. I'm trying to do everything that I'm supposed to do, and sometimes it can be overwhelming. Let me not lie, but I will try as much as possible to not be overwhelmed. I'll try as much as possible not to be overwhelmed. I really hope that you enjoy Cellscape, and I hope that you can relate to a lot of the conversations, because trust me, these are conversations that I have had with myself, conversations or things that I think about on a daily. Like if I step out of my house and I see things, I'm like, wow, you people are just wild in this Lagos. or you guys are just wild in this country. Like, what is going on? So many things like that, even on Twitter, because Twitter is like my most primary platform. So things that I've seen on that app, oh my god, just be ready for everything. I will share it all. I will say all, like all the things that I've been saying. I wish there was Twitter circle, or like, oh, I can't air my opinion. Let me just skip and pass. I'm not going to skip and pass on Cellscape. You're going to hear it. You're going to hear what I think, how I feel about it. But I'm going to try to be very gentle, very nice with my opinions, because I know that sometimes I can come off a little bit strong with my opinions, and I don't like to back down sometimes, or not all the time. So I'm going to try to not be very rigid. Now, like, something has been bothering me, or this is something that I thought about a while ago, sometime last year, and I still can't get it out of my head, because it's something that reoccurs all the time. Like, it reoccurs every time. It happened to me yesterday, and I'm just like, why do the best ideas come in the bathroom? This is a question I have asked myself over and over and over and over again. I have not gotten an answer. Why do the best ideas come in the bathroom? Why not before I step into the bathroom or after I get out of the bathroom? Why would it come in the bathroom when I'm taking my bath? My body is lathered with soap. I have no pen and paper to jot things down. Neither do I have my notes app open to type it in. Why? I don't get it. The ideas come immediately I step into the bathroom and I pour out on my body. The ideas will just be coming. I don't get, is that when I have the clearest of head? Is that when I have clarity? Because I could be thinking maybe I had a task before I stepped into the bathroom and I was like, how do I figure out this task, this deliverable? How do I write this script? How do I create this content? And I step into the bathroom, I'm taking my bath, and that's when the ideas start to come. I'm like, why didn't you come when I was sitting down with my laptop and cracking my brain or racking my brain? Why did you have to come now when I'm very balanced and centered and I just want to take a bath? And that's not all. Like, this idea will come full-fledged, like A to Z, solution granted. And then I'll be thinking to myself, okay, when I step out of the bathroom, I will definitely remember. Ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you that once I step out of that bathroom, I don't remember anything, let's believe. Do you know how frustrating it is to step out of that bathroom and not remember a thing? Hey God, I'm always pissed. Like, I'll step out of the bathroom and I'll not remember anything. And I'll be scrambling and trying to rack my brain, trying to recall these words and trying to remember everything word for word. And it just doesn't come. It just doesn't come. So instead of me to focus on having a good bath, I'll start rushing to take my bath because I need to get out of the bathroom so I can remember what is coming to me, or I'll be forcing myself to remember what is coming to me, and so I'm no longer focusing on my bath. It's frustrating, and it happens all the time. Like, does this thing happen to just me, or does it happen to every creative or everybody? Or I don't know. I need answers because how do I fix this? Like, how do I change this thing? How do I channel that energy, that bathroom energy, to everyday work life? I need to change the narrative, man, because it's frustrating. It's for motiva for to be very honest. I think that we need to start taking pen and paper into the bathroom at this point, because how do I keep my ideas? I will come out to the bathroom and I cannot remember anything. I told myself, don't forget this thing. You must not forget this thing. And then I come out of the bathroom and I have forgotten. Or I have to start racking my brain. I have to take my time to remember it. By the way, when I was in the bathroom was when I was thinking about this thing. Do you know how my people, God, this exact thought, I was having it or I had it in the bathroom. Like, this exact conversation, this exact discourse, I had this in the bathroom. And I was telling myself, why do the best ideas come in the bathroom? And then I told myself, we need to talk about this. And you know a funny thing, immediately I came out of the bathroom, I took my phone, I brought out my voice, like I put on my voice recorder and I started to record everything I was thinking, because I just knew that if I waited a little bit, I will forget. And so I recorded it and I was like, yep, not forgetting this particular one. So maybe that's a solution in itself. Maybe that's something I should do, like take my phone to the bathroom and once an idea comes, turn on my voice memo and start recording. Or make sure that my phone is close enough so once I'm out of the bathroom, I start recording, because I don't want my phone to fall inside water. Please, in this economy, no, I cannot take that risk. But maybe that's something I can consider doing. I don't know. If you can relate to this, please let me know. Spotify, if you use Spotify to listen, it has like a place to drop your thoughts and your comments in, like, for every episode, so you can let me know using that, or you can send a voice message. I will add a link to send a voice message when you listen, so you can just send me a voice message and let me know that I'm not alone, because I don't want to believe that I'm alone. I don't want to believe it. I cannot believe it. Every time kilo share now, tiny more share. But yeah, those are my thoughts. That's one of the conversations I've had with myself. I have a lot. Let me tell you, people, I think a lot. I'm an overthinker. Jesus Christy. I think things far and wide. I think things. So I'm always having conversations with myself, and I think it helps me to be very centered, and it just helps me mind my business a lot, because before I discuss it with you, I've discussed it with myself and I've already decided if it's worth talking about in public or not. So That's it for episode 1. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Episode 1 is done and dusted. Well, this podcast is not going to be like a seasonal podcast. No, we're just here to have conversations and really just enjoy of just being and just becoming. And that's what this podcast is about. It's a feel good place, and I'm really excited to be doing this year. Oh, I didn't say happy new year. Happy new year, because it's still a new year. And then happy new year and welcome to Cellscape. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.